All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from snowy Blaisdell, New York. There was a blizzard warning today. We've had a lot of snow and cold weather, and so we decided not to open up the Penn Dixie office today. Dr. Holly Schreiber and I am Dr. Phil Stokes, Executive Director. We decided we would work from home today, probably tomorrow too, and we wanted to get the schedule out to you. And so I thought, well, what is the most convenient way to do that? Well, we posted it on the website, but then I thought, let's do a fun live stream too, so that we can share some exciting news and developments, and talk a little bit about the programming that we've got lined up for 2019. I have my special friend here, Gizmo the cat, is very excited about the upcoming programming. She doesn't look excited, but really she's very, very thrilled, and I've shared some things with her that I'll share with you in a few minutes. But first of all, a couple disclaimers. One is our schedule is subject to change, and so this could be due to the addition of programs, the subtraction of programs, the time changes, that sort of thing. And the second disclaimer is that weather tends to affect our astronomy programs, and so if you want up-to-date information about whether or not an astronomy program will continue, please check out our social media. We are on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and we're now on Instagram. So 2018 was an awesome year for Penn Dixie. We had a great time with the world's largest fossil dig. This was an attempt to set the Guinness World Record for most people collecting fossils. And we had 905 guests who met all of the requirements. And so we sent that information to Guinness. And we're still waiting to hear back, but we're really encouraged because we had a tremendous amount of video evidence and other information that we were able to put together thanks to many, many volunteers who helped out with that event. So we're waiting to hear back. We'll keep you posted, but we're very confident that we'll get that record. And we also had some new programs last year that we unveiled, and we'll probably see those again this year. And then we're really excited again too. We've got a few big special events planned this year, a couple that I'll talk about now, one that we're not quite ready to reveal yet. And then we've got a lot of smaller special events that we think you'll really enjoy, especially if you're a first-time fossil collector. So, just start off, over the winter, since our fossil park is cold and covered in snow, you can see I've got the blizzard cam set up here. Obviously, we can't do any digging, and who'd really want to be out there digging? So we've got science talks where we've brought in some very informative and engaging speakers that we'll have over the next few months. And our first one coming up in February is Dr. Richard S. Laub. He's the former curator of geology at the Buffalo Museum of Science and the dig master for a place called the Byron Dig or the Hiscox site. If you're familiar with the area, the Byron Dig was a mastodon and Paleo-Indian dig site. I believe they excavated that place from the 1970s up until maybe around 2010 or 2012 or so. And so there's a treasure trove of data, of stories, and it's just a wealth of scientific information, especially regarding our ancient ancestors who lived in the area, as well as some of the plants and animals that inhabited western New York shortly after the ice receded at the end of the last ice age. Dr. Laub's talk is going to be held on the 13th, so the night before Valentine's Day. If you're feeling romantic, you want to come out and learn about mastodons. I mean, what else would do it for you other than giant hairy mammals? That's the thing to be at. That's at 7 p.m. on the 13th. 1 month later, we have another special scientist, Dr. Caitlin Chavez Yates, will be sharing her perspective on archaeology. If you may have met Caitlin, you would have seen her at Penn Dixie possibly. She worked for us a little bit this summer before getting a very fancy full-time job, but we're excited that she can come back a little bit and help out and share with her some of her stories. Then Penn Dixie, a little bit later in March, on the 23rd and 24th, will be at the Buffalo Gem and Mineral Show, which is always a great time, a lot of great vendors. It's a way to warm up and basically get some great gifts and stuff. And of course, Penn Dixie will be there with our free fossil dig. In April, we've got something, we're working on a collaboration with apologies for some technical difficulty here. In April, we're working on a collaboration with the Steel Plant Museum of Western New York. And so our speaker will be a gentleman named Don Williams. The talk is to be determined, but we're really excited because this is a very friendly, warm group, and they're really interested in local history. And so if you don't know, Penn Dixie is a former quarry where aggregate for cement making was mined. And really, Penn Dixie was just one of many industrial locations in Western New York, along with Bethlehem Steel, Republic Steel, and many others that were more or less abandoned in the 1970s and early in the 1980s. And so we kind of have like a sisterhood with some of these other industrial heritage sites. Saturday, April 20th, we'll hold our annual Earth Day cleanup at Penn Dixie. This is an important day we've held basically every year since Penn Dixie was converted from whatever it was before, between being a quarry and our place. It was more or less an abandoned property, and so in the first few years we especially had a lot of garbage to remove, including old cars, mattresses, stuff that people just dumped there. And so the tradition continues, and this year we'll be doing our annual trash cleanup on Earth Day. That's Saturday, April 20th. It's free admission, and we'll give you food and stuff if you help us clean up. The good news is there's no more cars to pull out of there. There's no more big stuff really, but there's still a lot of broken glass to clean up. And we also have a lot of things that blow in over the winter, such as plastic bags that are not reusable, nor are they biodegradable. And so we want to get them out of there so our visitors can have a great experience. The following weekend, Saturday, April 27th and Sunday, April 28th, Penn Dixie will be reopened to the public. This is our grand reopening for the year, and we'll be really happy, I'm sure, to get out of the office, and hopefully it'll be warmer weather. Last year's reopening was a week earlier, and we had freezing conditions in the morning. So we said, well, maybe if we move it back 1 week, we'll see what happens. And so hopefully we'll be out there, and it'll be shorts and sandals weather. We'll be open 9 to 5 on Saturdays and 10 to 5 on Sundays. Now, I should point out, if you're interested in booking a tour for a school group or a scout group, or maybe just a private expedition with your family, those tours are available any time of the year. Just contact our office. We have a form on our website, or you can call our number, 716-627-4560, and we're happy to schedule those sorts of experiences outside of our regular hours that we're open to the public. We'll begin our astronomy nights in April. We've got one scheduled for Saturday, April 27th at 7:45 p.m. All of our astronomy programs will be listed on our website ahead of time, and we'll include some information about which stars will be visible, which planets will be visible. And I'd just like to point out that you're welcome to bring your own telescope if you'd like. Say you got something for Christmas or maybe your birthday, and you want to learn how to use it from an expert. We have some wonderful astronomers who are more than happy to help show you how to use that telescope. On Saturday, May 4th, we'll hold our annual volunteer orientation. This is an opportunity if you're looking to make a difference in the community and you want to help out. We've got more than enough possibilities for you. Could be anything from leading a school tour to helping with the school tour, make sure kids don't wander off in the woods. Could be helping in the office, or a myriad of other projects that nonprofit requires to keep functioning. Our volunteers are essential components, and we really appreciate the help that we get. And so if you're interested in volunteering, please let us know. Come on out to orientation and we'll get you started. Monday, the 6th of May, we have a great program that has been developed by our Director of Education, Dr. Holly, something we call Homeschool Day. And the reason why we do Homeschool Day is because we learned that there's a lot of kids here in the Western New York area who are homeschooled. And so we thought, well, they don't have the same opportunity to get into a bus and come here with 100 other kids on regular field trips. But what if we set aside a couple days a year for homeschool students? And so the first Homeschool Day will be on May 6th. Then we have our big weekend, May 17th, 18th, and 19th. It's our Dig with the Experts weekend. And this is a really special event where we have a team of experts from around the country come to Penn Dixie. These are paleontologists, scientists, and fossil collectors who know stuff incredibly well. They'll be out here to facilitate a special dig in a newly excavated portion of our quarry. And this is a premium program. Tickets are limited. And I should point out that as of the video today on end of January, we're about 60% sold out for our Saturday dig and about 50% sold out for our Sunday dig. So it's going to sell out for sure, probably before April. And I should also add that we've got a great team of experts returning, and we'll be posting their information on our website pretty soon. But one of the experts is Paleo Joe from Midland, Michigan, and he'll also be, in addition to being an expert, he'll be a special guest speaker on Friday night. I asked Paleo Joe to share his stories of fossil collecting this year. He's done fossil collecting all over the country. He's incredibly knowledgeable and very enthusiastic about fossil collecting, and so he's going to be telling his tales of digging up stuff in different locations. Paleo Joe's talk on the 17th is included if you are registered for the dig, or if you're a member, there's no charge. Should mention that any of our science talks, if you are a member, they are free. If you're not a member, they're $4. All right, we move on into late May. We've got an astronomy night coming up. And then one thing that we've decided is really valuable for our guests from out of town is we're going to be open on holidays like Memorial Day, Independence Day, and Labor Day. On Saturday, June 15th, we have another great program that Holly Schreiber puts on. It is Fossil Hunting for Beginners. So Dr. Holly gets a tremendous amount of praise from all ages when she runs these. And basically, we have the dig for experts, or with experts, I should say. Really, all of our programming covers a range of experience levels from the novice fossil collector to the expert. But the Fossil Hunting for Beginners is truly geared towards folks who have maybe been interested in fossil collecting for a while, but felt they might not have had the right equipment or the right skill set. And so Dr. Holly and our staff will be taking our guests around to some places where they can sort of get their feet wet, get their hands dirty, and learn the basics of fossil collecting. That program is on Saturday, June 15th. All right, then beginning Monday, June 17th, we'll be open 7 days a week. We'll stay open 7 days a week until September 6th. On June 29th is a Saturday. We have another Fossil Hunting for Beginners program. Also that night we have astronomy. We'll be open Independence Day, as I mentioned. And I also wanted to point out we're doing something really exciting on Fridays in the month of July. We have something we tried out last year called Fossil Fridays. And really what that is, it's just Fridays in July. We'll have $5 admission all day. We'll have extended hours until 7 p.m. And we'll have extra staff on hand because we imagine it'll be pretty busy. And we want to welcome visitors who maybe want to take advantage of a discounted day. So those Fossil Fridays will be July 5th, 12th, 19th, and 26th. Now on July 20th, it's a Saturday, there's a local festival here. The snow should be melted by then. And it's something called Burger Fest, and it's basically a festival with maybe 20,000 or so folks who love hamburgers, who like listening to music, and like shopping in the village of Hamburg, and we'll be there with our fossil dig. Late July, we've got our program that we do traditionally in the middle of the summer. It's called Midsummer Night's Adventure. And basically that's astronomy plus fossil collecting by lantern light. That'll run from 5 to 11 p.m. on the 27th. On August 11th, we have another Fossil Hunting for Beginners. Then on Saturday, August 25th, we have a special Penn Dixie program in the works. I don't want to reveal too much at this point, but we're really hoping to... how can I give you a hint without giving it away? We're really hoping that you'll find it awesome. At the end of August, we have another astronomy night. We'll be open for Labor Day at September 3rd. And then Friday, September 6th will be our final day when we're open during the week. After the 6th, we'll only be open on weekends again until October 20th. Sunday, September 8th is our Grandparents' Day program. So we'll be doing free admission for grandparents, and we'll have a bunch of special activities. Saturday, September 21st is our really, really popular free day for scouts called Scouting Rocks. Basically, any scout in uniform gets free admission, and we give out passes for the first few hundred scouts, excuse me, not passes, iron-on patches. So we've got a little Penn Dixie trilobite patch that says Scouting Rocks for all of the scouts that day. We have another homeschool day on September 24th. It's a Tuesday. Then on Saturday, October 5th, we'll have our 22nd annual Earth Science Day. So Earth Science Day is a big program. We get a tent. We have about 20 or so different groups from the community, including the Buffalo Zoo and Buffalo Museum of Science, who join us. And it's a free day, and we usually are very lucky to have Lloyd's Tacos join us as well for lunch, and a drill rig demonstration, and all sorts of other goodies and giveaways. And then, as I said, we close on the 20th, and our annual fundraiser will be Thursday, November 7th. So that's the Penn Dixie schedule for 2019 in a nutshell. As I mentioned, some of the times might be adjusted a little bit. There's a chance some programs could be canceled due to weather, and then we might add a few more things once we get those details confirmed. So I encourage you to check out our website, penndixie.org. If you have any questions or something, we're happy to answer, and please stay tuned to our social media for future updates. Thank you.